So time for some BLUA action. Hopefully. So we got my Necromantic. My lovely looking Necromantic. The disco wolf. The wolf disco. With some really ugly jerseys.
Lovely disco wolf.
It was 1100 teams starting with 5 normal skills. So I started with 2 block fleshies, block wolf, tackle wide and mighty blow wide, and then I skilled up a ghoul to get block as well. And we're playing Noamto with some dark elf. It's a little bit in the same direction of colors though. So he got blotch, tackle, leader, and yeah, some more block. 1 reroll. I think we need to make Noamto roll some dice. I think it was 1-1, wasn't it? Or was it 105? I cannot even remember. It feels like ages ago. Did you... oh, yeah. Was you here when we had BCL on for the last game? Oh, okay. And let's kick the ball, because nobody likes to be... What's this for a setup? Might actually work. Good thing I won. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. You can do that. Yeah, you played around the same time, I think. It was not a good show. Let's put it that way. I was punishing BCL's, BCL's Skaven with my block quite a lot. It was not the most interesting game in the world, but he took it nicely. Oh. Sometimes I remember to update my... Yeah, I'm not particular. What is the fame? Ooh, we got fame +2. I'll imagine he's going to blitz my ghoul. Which is bad if he kills him. It's okay if he doesn't. Oh yeah, my wolf didn't do anything. Yeah, he's probably played. I'm not really. I'm only playing silly Necros. No. Dun, 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 du, 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 du. I don't know if he stayed in or not. It is a pretty silly league. It's not, yeah. He's already better in passing than I was last game.
You suck.
It's good to hear you're still here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm also building some Necromantic models.
You're still hard at work with that.
So it's an absolute nightmare. This is the worst kit Games Workshop have ever produced.
I have a feeling that says a lot.
Yeah, they've done some shockers, but this is horrific. Yeah, it's gonna probably another 30 hours of work to tidy them up. So, that's fun. But here we are. With a nice defensive Blood Bowl.
I mean, we're seeing Nikos get thrown against the fence.
Yes. I think this is a really weak formation. You see, sort of in the bottom right, how he's got his 3 guys pretty much vertically. I think it's a really weak formation. It's very easy to pin a lot of players when you do that.
I'm pretty sure Noamto can. If you're still out there, it seems like the chat wants you to leave. I'm fine. I can see. I don't care too much about this league.
Well, yeah, I'll be talking about the game anyway.
Yeah, you can talk.
Exactly, yeah. Because like the positioning here is good. Like with the ball, it's not too bad. It's a nice long screen, which means you can't get behind it. But I think he wants to keep it either horizontal or diagonal. These vertical lines lead you into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but it's to be fair. If Noamto is here, I want to listen. It's still being delayed, so it's fine. I don't it's a league, for fuck's sake. I'm playing this to play Noamto, and some of the other guys are not playing against that much. So in theory, we're playing Necro. The chance of me sacking him without killing him is not big. So we just want him to funnel him. So either he needs to roll bad dice or score. Like score is faster.
That's a defensive strategy I'd be going for. I wouldn't ever think I could keep a Dark Elf team out for 8 turns with Necro. It would be about pressing for a fast score, threatening the odd zombie foul if he leaves people exposed, and then yeah, forcing him into something.
Yeah, forcing. Like he has 2 rerolls. So there's no doubt about it. Monomine is trying to. Oh shit! Trying to make him roll dice and hopefully he fails something.
Yeah, Food has a bench zombie as well.
Yep, I hope so.
You do?
I might need to foul in this game. Ugh.
Viragard the Troublemaker. What if you left a Troublemaker on the bench?
Oh, that's so bad.
Should I definitely have a Troublemaker on the field?
It's definitely, I'm on the other side. I'm absolutely happy if Noamto scores fast. Because they need all the time in the world. So I'm not even... Not sure I'm even going to do anything about that guy.
No, I wouldn't. I think that player basically means it's 11v10 back where the pressure counts. Well, I think that actually attracts more pressure.
I got a free zombie block over here.
Yeah, I was surprised there wasn't a dodge out, actually. I thought, okay, well, maybe they'll just push the other Witch Elf in and make it too difficult for you. But then the other Witch Elf went for the assist. But that seemed crazy to me because now he's got one Witch Elf in contact and the other completely exposed to your Mighty Blow. Or to maybe your Tackler. So I think...
Probably my Tackler, because the Mighty Blow can make the assist for the zombie block.
Yeah. Turn 2 is too early to be exposing your Witch Elf.
Oh well.
Behind the line.
I'm probably...
That helps a bit. Maybe he is listening. That definitely helps the Witch a bit, but it doesn't help the Witch a lot, does it? I think you've got a lot of counterplay here. That he's fractured. Gaps through the line.
Question is, I kind of want to blitz that tackle piece just because I can. But I think I'm actually just going to go for... Where's his Witch Elf? It's in the middle there.
And there was much rejoicing.
Maybe a little bit too much. I leave. Nice to tackle dagger. 9 into 2. Ah, fuck it, we got 4 rerolls.
Well, I would have taken it.
Yeah, no. I normally will as well.
Oh, thanks, Rick Reckless, for the host. Our viewership's jumped from 25 to 140. So, no pressure. No pressure. That's 100 people have just seen you wuss out of that.
I had the opportunity to, but just eat it like a man. With my disco wolves.
Disco rules. That's it.
Yeah, so, but let's take it in account. This is more fun and giggles. The problem actually by going down there was actually it will leave him with options to get rid of both him and my ghoul, and actually get everybody front of up the pitch. So it was not really ideal time to double skull. If it's been the other one that's been double sculling,
And there was much rejoicing.
definitely been taking it. But that one was actually, to be fair, that was not a good spot for double sculling. Because right now those two is lovely hidden behind my players. And yeah, Reckless, 136 viewers. No, but you could argue for eating it. And again, if it's been the other guy, I definitely had eaten it because it was a bad spot. The other spot was not really interesting. Which means I should probably have blocked with the other one first, the one I didn't want to reroll with. Which recare yourself. At least you have to blitz my mighty blow. You cannot just get it for free. With frenzy.
Tying himself in knots a little bit in this position. Getting far too grouped up. Lots of those vertical lines again. Yeah, this isn't the most stable of offences. I fancy you to pop the ball to 5, mate.
That's a little bit aggressive going for the zombie armor is the worst armor.
If that was a skeleton.
Yeah, it's the BLUA league, Rick. And
Oh,
hey,
it's
mate,
a 9.
it's a league.
It's a 9 injury. I thought it was an 8.
But you just missed a beautiful one-turner in last game.
It was filth.
It was beautiful. You missed
And
it
they
as well.
They missed you killing Jesus.
Oh, I was about to say, if you're running out of the time with his ball carrier just standing there. That was interesting. I'm definitely taking that one dice to free up that lane.
Oh, of course.
I think it's time to blitz the witch elf.
Yep. There we go.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a bit annoying. I cannot reach the rich elf. I cannot. Oh, I can. That's a good. I cannot really. That's annoying. I wanted to foul that bugger.
Yeah, so
Oh my.
oh my lord.
But armor 8 does. Okay, if he wants to score, he can just score.
And there was much rejoicing.
We don't need the really game. That's a bad phrase from Artemis. But it was pretty annoying though. It didn't seem like many of Rick's viewers wanted to stay around.
As for the follows on Bane,
I don't even know what a Spectrum X set is.
a super old computer
Hmm.
from the 80s.
No, but it's not great computer. But I got better things to use my money on. My first computer was a Pentium 120 megahertz. That was my first own computer. That was brilliant.
My first computer was an MSX. For those people that remember them, and they were like Spectrums and Commodores. Oh yeah, also took cassette tapes.
Yeah, stupid zombie. Stupid armor 8. Awesome.
Marking up the zombies.
Understandable, they're terrible.
There we go.
I passed again.
Now is he going to run into the corner?
Yeah, I got one turn more at least. Especially because he... Especially with my dude getting... That zombie failing to go for it was so bad.
Mm.
It was so bad I should maybe even have rerolled it.
Oh, is it not a double one?
No,
Oh yeah. Ah, I thought you did reroll it.
no. I was getting annoyed by once and didn't reroll it. Stop dodging. Hey!
And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, that was a good turn. He played that well, took the right risks.
And thank you for the host. Oh well, I can get block on his leader.
Thank you, sure, man.
Ah! That could be a serve for my wolf, but I'm still going to run away. That was bad. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It hasn't for sure hasn't helped at oop. That zombies are terrible. Does that mean he's going to score? It's going to be a tight screen. Oh!
He goes.
He's fine. But that's going to be tied. Without a reroll. Too tight. Oh well. And Chaos is back. So all the zombie bandits are back. Bam, bam, bam. Zombies back.
So pretty good half so far. You've got 4 turns to respond, which is very achievable. And yeah, back up to full strength. So honestly, couldn't really have gone better.
Besides actually getting the ball, so no.
Yeah, but I think that's always a bit of a fringe. I thought
Yeah.
you were going to pop it at one point.
Yeah, then there was a couple of... I made some good plays after that.
Yeah.
The only problem so far, I'm not paying that much attention either. Hmm. Oh, come on. I wanted to blitz that tackle piece. Oh well. Ah, oh. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And double lovely.
I can say the only problem has actually been... I think it's time to change the plans here.
Outrageous.
Ah. Bit risky business now. Fuck it, let's see what happens. It worked. I'm not really in that... I think I'm pushing this too much, isn't I? It's not like I need to score now.
You've got plenty of time. I don't think I would have played that defense though. With
No.
4-10. I think he's opened up the flanks too much for you to wrap around.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Well, I think you've wrapped around enough that.
I kind of wrapped a bit around in both sides. Just
Yeah,
snipped
so
at
you
both.
kind of got a B, but I think that's fine because the wolf can go in either direction, and I think it makes it really difficult.
That was the whole idea, but sending the flesh golem one way and the zombies the other way. No, it's actually undead. At least in tabletop. Necro is just fun team to play. I don't like. They have so many different things going on. It's just fun team to play.
Yeah, I really like Necro. I think they're.
But like in tabletop, 1.1 million, they're just too expensive.
Yeah, 1.15 and at least 6 skills. Probably they don't need the double.
No,
either.
that's the good thing about them. They don't need the double.
Yeah. So that's certainly for some formats. I think that makes them very strong.
But they need a bit help, otherwise they need some help to be.
Yeah.
Let's put it away. It's definitely the best of the tier 2 teams. I think.
Yeah, I agree, and I also think that depending upon the exact skill package,
Yeah.
they're often better than a tier 1 team, even without the help.
Yeah. Ooh, that's like yeah.
So there are some tier 1s I think they're better at. So if it's 1150 and you get, say, 7 skills, all normals, I think you're looking at they're probably better than Chaos Dwarfs at that point.
Yeah, Chaos Dwarfs do struggle in a lot of formats, though. In general, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's I've only seen a few people make them really work. You have Harty and like in France and some other tabletop players, but like in standard tabletop, that's only a few people I've seen it make actually work. Because their stats is not really. It's AV7 players that end up standing, looking at people.
I think as well in tabletop at the very top levels, there's also a bias towards good tournament, like team tournament races.
Yeah.
And I think Chaos Dwarves can let you down too often.
Not bad defense. I do probably need to do something here.
Orcs are, in my opinion, nowhere tier 1 team. I think they're dreadful. I think they are solidly tier 2. But they've got, on paper, they look so good that no one's willing to drop them into tier 2. But I think they're poor.
Come on, Fleshy! Boom. I think I'm going to blitz that witch elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's better go for it. And if it works...
I think Necro have some really interesting decisions to make as well. Certainly in the English tabletop scene, there's a big debate around whether to put guard on both flesh golems or whether to put block on them both.
Like I have here.
Yeah, I'm firmly in the block camp, but some very, very good players like Lycos are firmly in the guard camp. And I can see their argument that it gives you a pivot that things like the Wolves can work around. For me personally, I just like the reliability that they can just keep windmilling forwards.
Do I break?
Yeah, it's interesting.
If I break armor, I really want to follow. I didn't.
Yeah, you're not the break armor. And I think as well, if you're running 2 Wolves, if you do have the double, putting Mighty Blow on 1 makes it very volatile. That can make for some interesting games. I've certainly run that format and in games where I've sort of lost players early or gone behind, there was one particular game against some Slan, which was just a nightmare from the beginning, and I just forwent the block wolf and just went for the mighty blow one, because I just knew I needed to fight my way back in. So good recovery potential, but then on the other hand, you only have 2 ghouls and they let you down.
Come on, Titus, Kane, go Titus! And I totally forgot the chat.
So what's your thoughts on the Dark Elf Assassin? Because it's generally regarded as one of the worst positionals.
If your name is not Pete Woodruff, just don't play with it. If your nick is Pete W, you can play with it.
But also, Simon.
Okay, if you're crazy, play with it. But
he absolutely undid my team once with an assassin. It was a horrific joy to watch.
I also watched Pete put down the assassin against the Orc player and tell him he's going to kill his Black Orc as the first action with it. And he did it. In general, no. The problem is, it's a AV7 piece where if you miss it, he has no defensive skills at all. It's just, yeah. It's a coin flip, and his risk of just getting knocked out is just too big. I don't like it. It's too expensive, and you need to put too many skills on it.
Surely just diving tackle.
But you want to hit him because he's AV7 have no skills. It's like a leader runner, pointing at Noamtos. You fucking want to hit it.
You're not gonna put it on the end, are you? You're gonna jab it in the middle.
No, but that's again. It's just the player people wants to hit.
But I think if you can get it diving tackle and put it between 2 blitzes, that all of a sudden is quite upsetting.
Ooh. I think that's potentially a bit upsetting for Noamto
That's
as well.
very upsetting, yeah. Oh, I hate when this happens. Like, it's so frustrating.
He wished it was a wrestle witch. He wished it was a wrestle witch.
Well, she's got to dodge back out, right?
No.
Oh.
Leave her, leave her, leave her.
Have you just eaten a load of sugar? You've got really hyper all of a sudden.
But my thing with removing was more like, if I get an option of hitting a AV8 player versus a AV7 player, I would still hit him. But we had that discussion with we had the discussion as well with the Hobgoblins versus Chaos Dwarfs in Strider's game versus Presso.
Yeah.
Because that's a little bit the same. Like, do we want to hit the easy target or the one that hurts most if it works?
Yeah.
Where quite often in camp I'm hitting the easiest target, and if I get enough easy targets out, I will get to the nice guys anyway.
Yeah, for me, that's it. It's nice to occasionally go for that skilled player and get the skill away, but I think it's more important just to get a numerical advantage.
Yeah, that's his last reroll. It's a little bit annoying placed, it's done, because I think I should run into the middle again now.
You definitely should, because I don't think they have the speed to get to the top right corner.
So if I blitz the tackle piece just because it's fucking annoying, and then block the other piece?
Yes. Oh no.
Which is slightly problematic because my next block doesn't have block.
You might have to have a little bit of a rethink here.
But I kinda need that square. I cannot get enough players around without it gone.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah, I just wanted pushes on the first one.
Maybe you should have just taken the both down on the first one and saved.
Yeah, but then I needed to. I couldn't block into that square. Oh well, it is what it is. If it fails, it fails.
Here we go. Pow Town. Don't even know what you were worried about, mate.
No, apparently it's fine. Now I just need to not fuck this up too much. It's not going to be ideal. Because of that.
Well, I think the main thing about centralizing is he's not going to be able to cover both corners. You've still got 2 rewards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So potentially you could even go 2
1,
to
2,
the side.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'll leave it down. It's not perfect. Bum bum bum. But
That was worth it.
that's certainly worth it. Might do the other one as well.
No, I wouldn't. I think we're good there.
1 dice there.
Otherwise, it's a straight 2-die block to free 2 people up. Whereas here, not many so easy.
Now he needs to use 1 player if he wants to block those 2. I think that's fine.
That's looking good.
I think we take it like that.
Looks excellent.
They have!
Yeah.
I just bloody did it against Necros!
Literally just did it in the last game. In like the reverse.
Somebody... Okay, where is that link?
I can't see it. This also happened. He also killed Jesus.
Oh, I killed Jesus. Actually...
and Jesus' friend shortly afterwards.
Oh, I should actually watch the game. So you did ending up using a player to...
Yeah. Use 1 player to knock you right, so that frees up.
Job 3 games later.
Yeah, well, we did.
And there was much rejoicing.
Thank you for the follow. Oh,
thanks for the follow, Ronnie.
That's bad.
That's so straight running.
No.
Don't trip wire. Don't trip wire, my friend.
I have other plans.
I know you have other plans, but it isn't straight. Oh, don't use it. Oh.
Of course I am. You know me.
Yeah, but you know. I mean, you've got a bribe, haven't you? So
I'm not fouling though. But I'm going to do some 2-dice blocking. Because that's way too many elves.
Oh my god.
It is what it is.
Oh no. Oh my. Yeah, but when your wolf dies,
Then my wolf dies.
not that I'm at all pessimistic as far as football is concerned. Here we
See?
go.
That's the problem.
Easy. So easy.
Like a noob. We're playing a fucking league. I'm taking all the chances I can to get star player points. But I did remember. You need to remember. Help me remembering. I have a bribe. So he's setting up the same way.
Well, that makes more sense at the beginning of the drive.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh well, I'll just keep mine as well then. Save time.
Yeah. Oh!
Okay, now I'm starting. Now I'm starting fouling stuff without skills.
Now it's got filthy. Now it has got filthy.
Oh, I don't even. I was pushing him into a big lovely pile.
Yeah, that's pre-foul. So, Penitentiary on the floor there is about to get a bit of a shoeing.
Do I pick off first?
No.
Oh, and Naren. I didn't see you sneak in. Come on, ref. Typical ref.
Excellent.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I run him up in the middle? Do open up for him doing shenanigan dodging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got some shenanigans options.
I think I dropped the other zombie like just behind the ball carousel, just in case there's some nonsense.
I really need to learn how to foul.
I gave you some lessons. Oh,
I
what
might,
about the upside down?
I might need to. You might need to learn me how to play that fouling Norse thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's attracted some attention. So, well, it's all Simon. It's not me. I'm just the goon that is following his experimentation. But I think if the Wi-Fi at the NAF Championship isn't good enough to stream, if Jim comes and tells me that it's not, and I end up playing instead, I think I'll go for the Norse as well, just to see how they do. Hopefully
Yeah,
the
but I'm
Wi-Fi will be
getting
good enough and we'll do some streaming.
I'm getting sent off when I'm trying. What did Wolf have had a good day though? He's in MVP range now.
Well, yeah. There's Fouling Norse, and then there's 2 Bribe Fouling Norse.
It's in tabletop. It's not that normal to go foul heavy on like tabletop tournaments.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Anarian.
See you, Aaron. It is it's a different style. But yeah.
But it might not be like if Noamto want to be trying something fruity. I think he's going to try to block my flesh golem to foul it. But if he wanted to try some crazy, cool.
That feels insane to me.
Yeah. Chuggles. Where did he blitz from?
That corner.
So if I stand firm, do not use actually.
I think you're better off not standing firm.
Yeah. Because Witch Elf is
Cuts down 1 assist, doesn't it?
this time you. I better like my record in Canada is 11 wins and a draw. That's pretty decent as well. I think we're going over here now. But which?
So Squirrel Dude's asked, if you were to buff humans, how would you buff them?
Do we need to buff them?
Assuming you did. Assuming you wanted to make them tier 1.
I kind of actually like what they've done on Blood Bowl 2 already. That Witch Elf. I like the AV8 catchers. Actually, I find that there's a huge boost for them.
So yeah, humans are tier 2, but let's say you wanted to make them a tier 1 team, though.
Again, I do think that actually what they have gotten with the extra armor in here is a good idea. I do kind of like that.
I'd be tempted to make them a mirror of Skaven, in the sense of humans having one fewer movement point, but 1 more armor point, and then whereas Skaven get 2 blitzers for gutters,
Come on, Rigor. Good Rigor.
having humans 4 blitzers, 2 catchers, so making catchers 0 to 2, but making them AG4. Because I think it would help with their dodging, and I think it would give them more offensive options. But you'd have to limit them to 2. And they're still only strength 2. And AD7.
Yeah, that's. But the thing is, they actually, like against, if you set it up like I played Rolex with them, where he absolutely steamrolled my Wood Elf, he just kills them. Like the combination of all, they can get guard, mighty blow, and enough players so they can't foul, still means they can steamroll like elves. If it works, like
I think maybe against a weaker elf player.
I've got absolutely, I had nothing. He took a player off, he took 1 or 2 players off per turn. It was
There's always potentially. Yeah, I mean that can always happen, especially if you take like a Zug build or something like that, if it allows. Yeah, humans are quite firmly tier 2. Again, it's one of those teams where certain rule sets favour them a little bit better than others.
Yeah. I'm biased because it's not long ago I had that experience where.
Well, that can happen against any team.
And Rolex is not bad. Let's put it that way as well. He's
Yeah,
a good
Rolex
guy.
is a good player. He is a good player.
He's not dodging out again.
So I think, like with the AV8, I think that works really well for a league format because it means your catches just basically last.
Ah, he does.
But in tabletop, AV8 catches don't really change the game at all.
It does mean they don't. What you're saying, it doesn't change anything in tabletop.
In tabletop tournaments.
Although, because right now it's like especially if you have a tackle player, you'll just they are the weak link.
But you're only taking one catcher, aren't you?
Yeah, you might.
But if you're not hiding your one catcher, I think
It's your own problem. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. You deserve it. Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
And most of the times, I'll see the one catcher be a reserve and not play on defense.
I think Noamto is falling too much back here. Yeah, and Jimmy's playing Wood Elf. That cheating bastard. So, blitz block. So which flesh golem do we blitz with? That one! Hooray! I should actually do one block before I do this. Talking about pre. Oh, it's fine.
Well, with a bribe, right? So 118 chance of a turnover on a foul, assuming you break armor.
Just Mark Alona. Get a POW. No. Run Wolf around. Come on, header! 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 Boom. Yeah, I was saying, I think he dropped a bit too deep at that one. So to be fair, there's a lot of turns left. So I'm not really in a hurry, though.
No, that's the thing. Like, you need to make sure you don't just run to a corner, because then you will get squeezed off. But here, you're absolutely fine. Definitely gave you too much space.
Maybe Nick. I do
well, you
kind
needed
of
to make sure. You needed to make sure you didn't get the centre ground back. That was like that for advanced is okay, but make sure you did it down one flank.
Yeah. I do kind of like Brett though. Yeah, Cybernet's playing a lot of Bretts. He's good. I do actually like. I have a sneaky cross on Bretts.
Really, I think they're dreadful. Oh, quite
Not
what it
because
was.
they're good, just because they're fun.
I think I quite like to paint a Brett team. Like, spend some time doing the proper heraldry and stuff.
I got Thor to make me like a. I have like a knight,
Yeah, okay. I'll get Thor to do it because he's amazing.
and he's fast. How
And he
is
gets
my?
around to it.
Yeah, I have to wait. I'm getting Liam Longstride to paint my new Amazons.
Oh, the Zenith.
Yes, but the problem
Very
is,
nice.
he doesn't have time now, right here. So,
Yeah.
but like I got one Bob team. I got 3 teams from Axia, 4 a couple of Nippies. So I kind of missing Strider in that one, long Strider, Liam in that group of people. I don't really want to go anywhere.
No, I think you're fine where you are. You can camp out here for a couple more turns.
I think we're just blitzing with
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Because I
not
don't
what I
think
want.
he can really improve his position either.
But what I can do, I can make it more annoying. Oh, I cannot hit that. I can make it a bit more annoying hitting my corners.
Yep.
Actually, if we get fleshies, we get double fleshies on one side here, I think that's better. Because the backside is not really that.
I think you're better off with the 2 fleshes that side, yeah. Because then you can't get crunched. That side.
Dum dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum.
So my issue with Brett's is that they, when you, a bit like Korn, when you tag the players up, they kind of just fall apart. Very easy to. It's far too easy to make their positions fall apart just by tagging people up.
Yeah, that's right. At least Amazons have started to try to get away.
Because I played Barney's Korn, and I gave them way too much respect the first time I played them, and sort of backed off. And then the second game I played against Korn was against Maverick, and I just piled, like, turn 1, I just tagged every single one of his players up, and he was like, "Oh well, that's me then." And Brett's I found a very similar way. I played against Perdindus, the Scottish captain, former Scottish captain, and a very similar thing happened. I kind of backed off for 4 turns, not really sure what they were about, and then I just tagged everyone up, and his position collapsed. I agree that humans shouldn't be recommended to new players. I think they can be quite a frustrating experience, especially unskilled.
What do we do with a broken sailor? What do we do with a broken sailor early in the morning? No, that was not the player I wanted to move. Fuck's sake.
God, what are you doing?
I thought I was clicked on the wolf. I just misclicked. Oh well, making some interesting out of this game at least.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate.
That's fine. I kind of recovered.
I think with a new player, you want to give them... because new players won't necessarily know what they want to play. So I think you want to give them teams with lots of skills.
Fouling did a thing.
Nice.
I didn't really want to go to that side already, but I guess it's not too bad. Even
You've
if
got
I have to
time.
go
You can
against the
come back.
Conan, it's not too
I
bad.
think you can come back next turn.
But there was still the plan was still to frenzy blitz with the block wolf.
Yes. Yes.
That was not what I meant. It was definitely not what I wanted to do. Yay! Zombie stays. Yeah, and Setic is good.
Yeah, Saturday's very good.
Amazons has good stars.
You only ever see one though.
I play with Sarah quite a lot in here because of the Bloodstrings 4 is really good in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Which
Your
one of my
min-max.
Amazons?
Yeah, your min-max zone team.
my Derby Minimax 8-player team.
Yeah, filth. Utter filth bag.
Oh, KO. Guess it had to happen. But now you cannot foul me.
I do think, yeah, for newer players, I would generally go teams that are average speed or faster. Because I think that's more forgiving. It'll make newer players feel like they've got more chance of coming back. Because the main thing about a new player is their positioning is going to be poor. Also, the new players as well, with things like humans, I would almost suggest that they take things like the thrower and catcher and just let them play the passing game, just to kind of get it out their system. one advantage the human team has as well is that I think a lot of people will get into this game because they'll love American football, and humans are the most American football-like team. So they'll kind of recognize that a bit better.
Oh, stupid witch elf.
And I quite like the thrower on a human team. If you can get a dodge on him early, pretty solid piece. You're not paying a lot more for someone that you can actually just use as a lineman for assist as well. And I'd be happy to pick up with the thrower and then look to hand off to the catcher or to a blitzer later on if needed.
No foul then.
So I was specifically talking about a human thrower, but earlier we were talking about an orc thrower. I think that's slightly different. I think the orc thrower is much weaker on the orc team than the human thrower is on the human team.
1, 2, 3. Showing off my speed. No. Not every team. I specifically don't particularly like it on elf teams, actually. I think it's wasted on a lot of teams. Especially all the one where the thrower doesn't start with your hands.
But you take it for the wood elf for the leader caddy in a tournament, right?
Yeah, no, not me. I'm taking 4 catches, no throw, no tree.
Such a weirdo. Oh,
you put as many people
What
on
reroll?
him. 2 rerolls because no tree, so 2 reroll an apple.
2 rerolls and an apple.
Because
okay.
no tree, no.
4 catches.
Yes, it's awesome.
Do
And
you
then
steal 2 of them?
No, none of them.
None of them skilled. Not even a block catcher.
No, 2 wrestle linemen, 2 dodge linemen. So everything, it's really flexible.
You make my head hurt sometimes. Oh.
That's like people when I start using the dodge runner instead of leader runner on Dark Elf. People
No,
didn't understand
I'm
it.
with you.
But
I'm 100%.
it still took time before people were starting understanding that. Then your main is trying to... The thing is, if you're blitzing with 2 dice, then quite often it will be a 4+ path to begin with, which is not ideal. Is he going to do this? Maybe.
That's the interesting thing about dump off is when you are blitzing someone with dump off, you're like, oh god, he's got dump off. This is clearly just going to pass to someone else. The player the
Dump
coach
off.
of the team with dump off is
thinking,
not
oh,
thinking
shit.
that at all. Yeah, he's thinking, do I use this? So he's in a panic. You're like, oh, of course he's going to dump off. The other guy is in a panic at that point.
Especially,
So,
like I'm taking dodge on my runner, which means it's even more likely I don't really want to use dump off.
yeah.
Because if you're hitting me without tackle, then it's probably better for me just be standing there.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be making that 3 up.
It's probably 4 in a lot of times.
And possibly 4, yeah, exactly. Or possibly 4.
Oh! And we need to pay. What turn are we
So,
at?
yeah. So you roll a 1, it fumbles on the ground, and then the guy rolls push anyway. You're like, oh, okay, well, damn it, shouldn't have done that.
So now it's blitzing my tackle dude with his blockless. I guess so.
Must be, because that's the only thing that's left.
The only problem is, of course, now cannot just blitz. Oh, why do we do that? Stop it, Noamto. Now I can just... Oh, my god. Okay.
So you can just blitz the one on the side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go for it to score.
Yeah, that was a little bit unpractical. I didn't...
If you leave him two... Well, you don't want to leave him 2 turns, though, do you?
No. And I wanted to blitz with the flesh golem with 3 dice.
Hmm.
But I might still... You're probably going there anyway. Are you using dodge? I think so. That was a shame. Trying something.
Nicely played, mate. That was a good turn.
Yeah, I can still 1 dice and do something, but it's going to be... It had been... I'd really like to blitz with the flesh golem instead.
Yeah.
Because then the wolf could have been standing further forward.
But like strategically, if you look at it, he's got 1 player in the right-hand side of the field.
Yeah, I
So
think...
his previous turn was 2 overcommitted.
Yeah, and I don't understand when he did the blitz why he didn't space the ball carrier to force me to think about using the blitz on the ball carrier. We can ask, if he pops back in the chat, we can ask. Because I find that slightly interesting, why? Because it let me still block, even without getting the witch elf down, but the 2 pushes into the middle of the field make both zombies be able to run up there.
Yeah, I think that's a standard of defense, is just tag up the ball carrier, knowing that it can be blitzed away, but then saying, well, if you want to suck your blitz up or risk the 1 in 9, that's fine because you're not making any ground. So yeah, I think that was I think overcommitted and then no tag was yeah, not the best. Easy for me to say, not playing the game though.
Yeah, it's always easier looking on.
Absolutely.
Interesting to see if he goes for anything fruity. Yeah, I kind of like that if it's actually, if it not was a pass but a handoff. Like kind of like trying a shuffle pass. I kind of like that actually. So it's not...
When you dump off, you can pick any square, right?
Yeah.
So you could try and dump off to the person that's blitzing.
Yes, you could also just pass it to empty square.
Yeah. 'Cause I
No,
thought
it
that
will always
before.
be a pass. It's a bit annoying that. Now it's 5+ for 1 dice.
But imagine dumping it off to the person that blitzed you, and then they catch it, and they'd have to use a reroll.
How many times have you
Then-
not blitzed somebody down and it scatters up to you, and you catch it where you don't want to?
Yeah, exactly. So dump off is just an extra time when that can happen. Here we go, but no 6. Do you still have your bribe?
Yes.
Nothing like a turn 16 foul. Just saying, just saying.
Could also blitz that.
Just run it in.
Oh, I'm never allowed to do anything.
Run it in. Good score, mate. Good score.
Oh, okay, I was back, so you had a chance. So I'm not doing what he did, letting me get a zombie. By the way.
Yeah, quite right. I think you shouldn't be able to one-turn Necro. You're better off putting them adjacent.
Nope. Because the Fury, if he actually gets the push in between those guys...
Are you thinking with the second frenzy?
If he actually... Because he needs to get him to where my zombies are. If he gets to there, then it's worse if I'm standing up here. I actually calculated the other day. His line to gain is on the zombie line.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
So going into 2 tackle zone, 1 tackle zone, no tackle zone is easier than going into 2 tackle zone, into 1, into 0. Because
But
his line to gain is between the 2 zombies. And
doesn't he have to pull one of those zombies back, though? Or do you think he's going to go for the middle zombie?
What do you say? No, if he pulls one of them back. He cannot really, because he cannot get the right angle on the second block then.
Yeah.
It's hard. What my opponent did was putting a zombie up here, where you can use it straight on.
Cool.
The problem with this...
Your front line's too far forward, though, isn't it?
No, isn't it 8? If I put them... Where is line to gain? Now we're talking.
But then he can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I prefer to being in a line again to gain. So the second, it's hard to get the last push into that square.
Even with Necro, because of the stand firm.
Now it's going to be like this anyway.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's good.
Let's go.
No and yes. The problem is going over here. If you... No, Rex... The problem is actually if I go here... So if you go one to the side, you can block the 2 other sides. Use him to go all the way around this guy.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the offset. It's...
There is one team you should offset against.
Yeah, but Necro with Frenzy is not one of them. I did that mistake.
No.
Because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can too easy get that way around.
What was it? I think it's against Wood Elves and Skaven because otherwise they can just run that diagonal.
If you offset it here, but that just makes it easier to use if you don't have stand firm.
No, yeah.
If I don't have
Yeah.
stand firm, then you just block the two other line on the line. Offset is good if he's down in numbers,
Yeah.
so he cannot block those two. But if it's a full team, he just blocks the two other guys and using that guy one up, and then you have the straight line around this corner.
I don't know. If you're against Lizards, your back line should go one further back.
Probably because it's 83.
It's stunty.
Yeah, stunty.
So you just want to make it roll as
Many as
dodges
possible, yeah. But if it's not, then you want it. I was calculating with 2 gaps, 1 gap and 0 gap. But all my calculation is that he has to be between the front row. Because then you're right, if the line to gain is in front of the front row, then I actually think pushing him together is the best option. Because then it's into 2, into 2, into 1, into 0.
Yeah.
But if the line to gain is on the front line, it's a fun discussion. And actually against most AJ3 teams, if you're in doubt, it's better just pushing backline, because backline is actually horrible if you have 11 players for AJ3 teams.
Yeah.
Because it's into 2 tackle zone, into 1 tackle zone, into 0 tackle zone. So if in fucking doubt...
I think it's one of the purest Blood Bowl discussions as well, because it's oh no, you didn't want that. Because it's
fine.
one of the easiest to handle, like in your head, because a lot of other discussions have so many caveats, if this then that.
Yeah.
Whereas one turn defenses, I think you can just about handle.
Yeah. And the funny part is, the Necro against me where I did the offset, what he didn't do was this first. He had an 85 Wolf and didn't hand off, then he made a silly go for it. And passed over the head of me where I intercepted the ball, instead of just 2+ handoff as the first action in the turn.
Yeah.
Like I'm convinced 8 out of 10 times you should just do the handoffs.
You mean what we call hands across the end zone flight? You mean like right at the back? Well, not right at the back, but 2 squares up.
Going further back doesn't make it harder to get around that. If anything, you kind of want it to be further forward. Because it's more angles I'm getting. If I go far backwards, it's even easier to get around him. And he misses the 5+ dodge anyway.
There we go. This form, generally what you see, that 3 and then the sets of columns is the strongest one-turn defense. But
and yeah, it
obviously
makes
variations.
And you're right, that's another thing, is if you go further back, then it's easier to do the first part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my ghoul, my ghoul. Anything particular?
But again, like if you don't have strength 4 on the line, if it's just strength 3, they're going to be getting 2 dice anyway. So
45 block to 28, and almost the same amount of
harder.
damage. Six ones. Pretty good burns. Catch. Going for it. Wake up. Yeah. Go for it. I do remember that one. That was an expensive fail, though. Cool. So we will be on 2 wins as the first one. Hey Noamto, thank you for the game.
Hey, Naruto.
Oh, he got skills. My Disco Wolf didn't. I might need to buy. I guess I should buy a wolf more.
How much you have now? 100. Your first wolf has block now.
Yeah.
Well, you started with block, didn't you?
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, I think that's fine. I wouldn't get the second wolf until the first one had block, but I would as soon as possible afterwards. So yeah, I'd go for the second wolf.
yeah, it's oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, that was not ideal. You didn't have many blocks though, to be fair. Mine was pretty good the other way around. But I think one of the problem was a bit as well. You did quite a lot of injuries. Like I did have 45 blocks to do the same amount almost. But it's yeah. I think as well you did give up a little bit too much space too fast. Now we have 2 Disco Wolves. And we're going to meet some filthy stuff at one point. Yeah, you did lose some KOs in that half. You did most of yours in first half. It's midnight already.
Oh, it is.
So it is. I should go to bed. Could. Are you on your way off? Or are we...
Yeah.
Who's playing? Because I should as well.
Yeah, probably get a bit of a slightly earlier night tonight.
Yeah, it's going to. What's that? You first coming late, right? Tomorrow.
I might even come up early Saturday.
Yeah, the
traffic.
touchback was terrible. But again, yeah, thank you for the. Oh,